Okay, so let me put Hybrid Prime right here in the middle. Let me bring in Classics Prime. Let me bring in Transformers Prime. Need to put up in here Beast Hunters Prime. I'm trying to get these up in here by order of date that they came out. We've got, I want to say Revenge of the Fallen Prime. Age of Extinction Prime. Here is the 30th anniversary Orion Pax. We've got, it's a Scourge, but that's G2 Laser Prime. We've got Siege Prime. We've got RED Red Prime. We put him over here. We've got Vinyl Prime. We've got these little primes. This is the one that came with Stratosphere. Here is Core Prime. And the newest Prime of the bunch, Rise of the Beast Prime. It's still really cool to see how many variations you can do on the concept of truck robot man. You know, from the G2 the G1 styling of Core Prime and Hybrid Prime and Siege Prime to like the nice angular stuff going on with the Transformers Prime ones. And then there's the movie versions where it's all, you know, realistic car parts and stuff. Let me get these guys cleared out and we'll get back to whatever Prime we were talking about. Okay, so let's bring in the Hybrid one. This is going to bring in the Core one also. Let's bring in the tiny little Legion ones also. I am not doing these by year of release. This is going to be by size because these guys take up a lot of space. Let's bring in the Transformers Prime guys, and we'll put them back over here. Let's here we go. This is the Classics Optimus Prime. Here's Orion Pax Prime. Can you hold your tiny brother? I'm gonna bring in Scourge here as the G2 Laser Prime. We've got Siege Prime. We've got Age of Extinction Prime. This is what I was actually kind of worried about. Let me bring in here. There's Rise of the Beasts Prime. We've got Revenge of the Fallen Prime, and I can put Red Prime and Vinyl Prime back here. But you can see here the range of the different variety of trucks that is possible with just, you know, red truck. And yeah, there's all kinds of trucks here. Let me get this cleared out. Alright, so let's bring in all the Megatrons. I have 2006 Classics Megatron, and he's going to be fun to film later on in Robot Mode. Oh, come on. Does he really need to do that? That is annoying with him. What do we have next? We've got Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Megatron. We have the Legion class, the Commander class Legion scale one. We have War for Cybertron, the video game Megatron. I'm going to turn his cannon around so he can not block the guys behind him. We have the comic book Megatron from the 30th anniversary, Thrilling 30 line, I want to say. We have the red Megatron. I've got this cool little Burger King toy for the other Megatron. We have Siege of Cybertron, Tank Megatron. We've got Last Night movie Megatron. And we've got the Kingdom Wars Core Class Megatron. You know, the fun thing about Megatron as opposed to Optimus Prime is that Megatron's been all kinds of stuff. He's been a gun, classics. He's been a weird space jet thing, the Prime guys. He's been a tank. He's been several different tanks. He's been several different jets. Like, Megatron is not lacking when it comes to options for outfits. Let me go ahead and get these guys cleared out. So here is Classics Megatron. Here is Video Game Megatron. Come on. We have here Transformers Prime Megatron and the Legions Cyberverse version. There's the Burger King non-transforming version. Come on, you guys are sitting there momentarily. There we go. That works. That works. We've got another movie one here where he turns into a jet. We've got a big old tank one here. We've got this tank one here. We've got another space jet one, stealth bomber. Yeah, he's got a whole lot of, and you can see right here how, yeah, there is a lot of similarities between those two tank modes. You could probably see the similarities in the robot mode too. But just look how drastically he is just from two different versions of a tank. And like two different versions of a space jet fighter. You know, like Megatron, he don't care. He turns into whatever he wants to turn into. Well, let me get these cleared out. So I've got here Transformers Prime Soundwave. I've got Beast Hunters Soundwave. We've got War for Cybertron, the video game. We've got Transformers RID 2015. We've got the Bumblebee movie Soundwave. We've got Siege of Cybertron Soundwave. And we've got Kingdom Wars Core Class Soundwave. And it is kind of interesting to see how they changed the designs of Soundwave over the years. Like Prime Soundwave here was a drastic departure of what Soundwave really looked like, but he still looks really, really slick. And the other ones afterwards kind of lean back into the whole, you know, cassette chest box thing, even though they don't really turn into cassette players other than the Kingdom War one down here in front. But, yeah, that's all the sound waves next to each other. Let's get back to whoever's video it is. Okay, so we've got the Transformers Prime, RID, Soundwave, and the Beast Hunters Soundwave. Give me a moment. We've got the War for Cybertron Soundwave. We've got the Transformers RID 2015 Soundwave. We've got the War for Cybertron Siege Soundwave. We've got Bumblebee movie Soundwave, looking like a flying disc. And we've got Kingdom Wars Core Soundwave. I do have intentions on getting the other proper cassette Soundwave, but that thing's kind of pricey right now, so I'll probably end up getting the Shattered Glass version. But that will have to wait. Let's go ahead and get these guys off the table and continue with the video. Let's bring in all the Shockwaves. I have animated Shockwave here. Put him in the back here. We've got Full of Cybertron customized Shockwave. He will get his own video eventually. I've got Beast Hunter, Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters Shockwave. We've got Siege of Cybertron Shockwave. We've got Scout Class Movie Shockwave. And we've got Combiner Wars Weapon Master Shockwave. And other than the animated one, you can see that all the Shockwaves really do share a similar design layout. You know, chunky limbs, big old window chest, and that blocky mono eyeball thing. It's You know, Shockwave will always be Shockwave. Let me get these guys out of the way. We'll get back to whoever's turn this was. Alright, so all the Shockwaves in vehicle mode. We have animated Shockwave. We have Beast Hunters, Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters Shockwave. We've got FOC Shockwave. Yes, mine's been customized. We've got Combiner Wars Shockwave. We've got Bumblebee Movie Shockwave. And we got the Siege of Cybertron Shockwave. And yeah, Shockwave is always going to be either giant flying gun or strange tank of doom. It's, you know, you got the weird four-legged tanks, or he's a flying cannon. So yeah, let me get these guys cleared out and we'll get back to whoever's video it is. So we've got Generations Blur, we've got Titans Return Blur, and we've got Studio Series Blur. And yeah, I like the Generations Blur, but these guys really are much more accurate to what Blur should be. I've got Generations Blur, I've got Titans Return Blur, and I've got Studio Series Blur. And he goes from bulky but still sleek and maneuverable to really science fiction-y straight arrow, you know, but I still think they look really good together. I could see this could get pulled off really nicely as a multiversal mixture of different blurs. I like it. So we got the original Beast Wars Dinobots. We have the Transmetal 2 Dinobot. Will you stand up and not fall over? You're gonna fall over, isn't he? And then we got the Kingdom Wars Dinobot. And you know, I like the way the Transmetal one looks alongside the other ones. He stands out a little bit, yes, but he's still, you can still tell what he's trying to be. He's trying to be a robot dinosaur thing. Let me get these guys cleared out. And let's bring in the Kingdom Wars Dinobot and the original... Oh, come on. Grab your tail. And the original Beast Wars Dinobot. No, I do not have a Generations or Classics Dinobot. I do not want a Generations or Classics Dinobot. That thing is a piece of garbage. You can quote me on that. So let's get back to the main video. Alright, let's show off all the Airazors. I have the original Beast Wars basic Airazor in her bird mode. We have the Transmetal Airazor. I have the Timeline Airazor where she is in her pre-Earth Cybertronian mode. Need to keep the missile inside so I don't lose it. Put that over here in the middle. We have the Kingdom Wars Airazor. We have the Rise of the Beast Airazor. And we have the Rise of the Beast Target Master Airazor. The ones that really stand out the most is the Cybertronian one and the Transmetal one. But the birds all look really good next to each other. Let me go and get these guys out of the way. I've got the Timelines Airazor. And we've got the Kingdom Wars Airazor and Rise of the Beast Airazor with Weaponizer Airazor. Again, the Transmetal and the pre-Earth, pre-show Cybertronian Airazor, they look good, but they still kind of clash with the other ones. Let me get this cleared out. So let's bring in all the hot rods in their robot mode. We have Classics Hot Rod. We've got Animated Hot Rod. I've got Titans Return Hot Rod. Wow. Just wow. I'm pretty sure Power of the Prime Hot Rod came out next. There's Dark Rodimus. And here we have 86 movie Hot Rod. They all look great together. The Dark Rodimus would look more aligned with his brothers if he, wears the appropriate Hot Rod colors. But, design-wise, he looks good. He looks nice and intimidating. Let me get these guys cleared out. Okay, so we've got Classics Hot Rod. We've got Animated Hot Rod. I've got the Titans Return Hot Rod. We've got the Studio Series 84 Hot Rod. And I've got the Leader Class Internal Body Hot Rod. And again, other than his colors being mismatched horribly, he looks good with the other Rotomai. I'm glad I got this guy, actually. Well, let me get these out. So, I've got Classics Hot Rod. We've got Animated Hot Rod. Not him yet. Here is Titans Return Hot Rod. Here is the Studio Series Hot Rod. And here is the Power of the Prime Hot Rod. And they all look fairly similar, especially the last three. And then it's really the animated one stands out the most because it's got more rounded edges to it. But they're all pretty similar, low to the ground, fast moving vehicles. I think they look pretty good. Let's go ahead and bring in Rodimus Prime. I know you guys are going to get tired of this eventually, but here we have Classics, we've got Animated, we've got Titans Return, we've got Studio Series 84, and we have Rodimus Prime, Dark Rodimus himself. And yeah, they look good together. They do. Alright, let me bring in all my variants on Bumblebee. I've got Transformers Prime Beast Hunters B. I've got 30th Anniversary Gold Bug. I've got 30th Anniversary Scout Class Cybertronian Bumblebee. I've got the recent Legacy Animated Bumblebee. I've got Studio Series, I think. Or is it Buzzworthy Bumblebee? Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Cybertronian Bumblebee. Have I said enough Bumblebees? And I know it might be wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, Cliff Jumper is just Bumblebee in red. So, there are all my bees. My God, bees. We've got Beast Hunter Bumblebee. I've got 30th Anniversary Thrilling 30 Gold Bug. I want to know, this is Generations Gold Bug, right? This is Thrilling 30 Scout Class Bumblebee. We've got Buzzworthy Bumblebee. We've got Legacy Animated Bumblebee. And we've got Siege Cliff Jumper. And you see why I call Siege Cliff Jumper a red Bumblebee. I mean, look at him. Come on, that's a red Bumblebee. Alright. So here we have Old Hotshot from Cybertron, and this isn't Hotshot, this is the, what's her name? Shadow Striker, but they're supposed to be, they used her for the old, for the new mold, and I can see how they brought the chest over. I can see how they did similar with the shield arm thing going on, and like the legs, and like I get what they were going for, and there's the hip wheels, and there's the back fin area stuff going on. But I really, what kills me for the new one is the vehicle mode, and we will get into that. Let's bring over Film Noir Spider-Man. We've got Soda Can. I like how the two figures, even though they're years apart, they are actually the same height. We got the two in their vehicle mode, and I don't mind Shadow Striker. I like her the way she is. She's a fun little vehicle mode, but this is not Hotshot. Not Hotshot. Not, oh my goodness, I'm completely blanking on his name right now. Oh boy. Okay, so we've got Generations Cup. We've got Transformers Prime Cup. They also use this guy for Ironhide, I want to say. I've got Titans Return Cup. And it's buzzworthy, I want to say, but it's still the Studio Series movie Cup. So, yeah, Cup has a lot of weird variations throughout his designs. It really does seem like the only two that are similar is the Titan Return and the movie one. You know, this guy, he's kind of bulky and, you know, he's got his own thing going on. He's all bulky and, you know, like a football player almost. I don't know. It's weird stuff. Alright, so we've got Generations Cup. We've got Prime Cup. Titans Return Cup. And the Studio Series Cup. And again, just like I mentioned earlier, you know, this older Cup looks more like a realistic kind of pickup truck that they use in Japan. And this guy's kind of all stylized and actually using somebody else's mold. But then these two guys, they got the assignment. They know what they're doing. This is how a Cybertronian Cup should look. A low-to-the-ground, utilitarian-style pickup truck. But, yeah, there's them all together. Alright, this is part 3 of my comparisons. We have, this is Prime Dead End, but he is a Wheeljack mold. We have Beast Hunters, Wheeljack. I've got Siege, Earthrise, Wheeljack. And I've got Bumblebee Movie Wheeljack. Before we continue on with my comparisons, if you guys know of any videos where I did this and I have more than 2 versions of a character, remind me if you don't see them in any of these videos where I'm doing all the comparisons. Let's get these guys in vehicle mode. Okay, so I've got I can't remember his name right now, but he is Wheeljack mold. Dead End, I want to say. Then here is Wheeljack, Prime Wheeljack in his Beast Hunters form. Then we have the Siege Earthrise mode. Now, I know in robot mode, you can't really see all this stuff, but I like how they got all the little detailing on there, and Praxis has nice references. And then we have the Bumblebee Cybertronian Wheeljack that is not quite properly transformed, but we're going to leave that alone. And just like you can see how their robot modes are drastically different, their vehicle modes are really different. Like the Prime one is all ninja'd out and all sharp lines and just really, you know, concept car looking. But the Siege one is a really good representation of its old G1 self. I really like the way this guy looks. And I might have issues with the Bumblebee movie one, but he does do some cool transformation tricks and stuff. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna keep him. All right, that's the Wheeljackson robot and vehicle mode. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so here is the original Cybertron Hotshot. Here is Transformers Prime Hotshot, which is a repaint of Transformers by Bumblebee. This is Transformers Beast Hunters Bumblebee because he is using the same base mold as the Bumblebee from Transformers Prime. And here is Legacy Hotshot. So there are all the Hotshots that I have. There are other Hotshots out there, and I wouldn't mind getting them, but I just can't right now. So these are the Hotshots. I've got the the original Cybertronian Hotshot. I've got Transformers Prime. I've got Legacy's Hotshot. And we will also bring in the Beast Hunters Bumblebee molds so we can see how these guys all look together. Let me bring in the other Mirage molds that I have. Here is Siege Mirage. And yes, this is Crasher, but in her original use, she was Classics Mirage. So really, if you're looking for a really accurate Mirage, you really should go for the long, lanky Classics one. But that one can be kind of pricey. The Siege one isn't too bad. And you know what? The Combiner War one isn't too bad either. So, I've got Classics Mirage in the Crasher colors. I've got Combiner Wars Mirage. And I've got Siege of Cybertron, War for Cybertron, whatever, Mirage. And as you can see, they're all fairly similar enough. These two really are the more accurate to the real world design, especially the Classics Mirage. But this one's not too bad as a Cybertronian dragster thing, you know? Yeah. Alright, so I've got Sixshot and Brunt here in their robot modes, and I know they weren't friends at all, but they were counterparts to each other, you know. Metroplex had Sixshot and Trypticon had Brunt, and it's interesting to see how the Decepticons do their weapons masters, or their weaponizers, or whatever you want to call them. You know, the Sixshot, he's got lanky kind of proportions, and, you know, kind of heroic, and Brunt is just this big old beefsteak of just beat crap up, really. Let me bring in Sixshot and get a side-by-side comparison, and I actually wouldn't mind seeing a fight go on between these two guys. That is kind of cool, actually. I really do enjoy that. Alright, so I'm shooting this as part of the, this is the different strong arms for variants. And I want to point out that the newer one, you can actually flip the doors around so you can get kind of the door wing thing off of the Minicon version. And the original IRD version, if you want, you can open up these panels and hold her arms up in front of her face to get kind of a shield thing going on. I like that. So, alright. So here's the three strong arms in their vehicle modes. It's funny how the older one is so much bigger than the newer one, but the newer one compacts everything down a lot better, and the older one has a lot of empty space. And the newer one shares several transformation ideas with the mid-scale one. It's kind of like the evolution was the Warrior class, the Minicon, and then the Legacy, and you can see how they improved on the transformation design. It's really cool to see. So these are some Dark of the Moon Cyberverse scale figures. This is Cyberverse Commander class Guzzle and Flak and Jacket. Yes, they're heavily customized, but they do look really good together. So let's go ahead and keep going and get them into their robot modes. So I've got here Flak and Jacket and Guzzle in their robot modes, and they do look good together. I like the way these guys look. They make a good team. We got the armor personnel carriers with the tank. It looks good. It's time to get brawny. We have Titans Return Titan Master Brawn. We have Titan Return Scout Class Brawn. Forgot he does have fuel spurs. We've got Bumblebee Movie Brawn with his giant drill of doom. And we've got Studio Series 84 Brawn. And it is nice to see how Brawn really has stayed with the same design language across. You know, green limbs, yellow torso, boxy. I know the Cybertronian one's a little bit rounder, but that was him going for like a Cybertronian, you know, alien look, and it just still, it's a shame we never got a proper Titan Master Brawn body, but, you know, we do have the little cool flying vehicle thing here. So, of course, we've got Titan Return Brawn, the head, with his vehicle. We're gonna tuck that in there, and he's going to become this little Jeep thing. Then we've got the Scout Class one. Then we've got the Bumblebee one. Stick that back on there, and I forgot the canopy bit right there. And here is the Studio Series Movie one. Again, it's nice to see how they've stayed keeping them as like this big bulky Jeep kind of, well, not big, but you know, small bulky Jeep thing. The exception of the Bumblebee one, which is the old Cybertronian alien. It's also noticeable that in the Cybertronian alien one, they went all yellow in vehicle mode as opposed to predominantly green. That is interesting. Okay. Okay, so I've got original G1 Rat Trap. We've got the Transmetal 2 Rat Trap. Come on. You little... There we go. We've got the 30th anniversary Rat Trap, and then we got the Kingdom Wars Rat Trap. And really, they all got their benefits. They've all got their good things. They've all got their bad things. But they're all really decent figures, you know. The old Beast Wars one was good because he was a rat for the time. And then you got the upgraded one with good posability. You got the 30th anniversary one. This one's pretty much the masterpiece one. And then you got the little Scout Class, Scout size one that scales really well with all the other Beast Wars characters from any of the lines. So let's go ahead and check them out in rat mode. We have here the original Beast Wars Rat Trap Basic. We have Deluxe Transmetal Rat Trap. We have the Thrilling 30 Rat Trap. And we have the Little Small Boy Rat Trap. You know, for options for rats, we got a lot of good options. We got the cute, chubby, cartoonish one that has the spring-loaded gimmick. We've got the cool, mechanized one with a vehicle mode. We've got the highly articulated, nice and strong and bulky, sinewy one. And then we got the cute little small one that looks, you know, kind of more realistic than the other and scales really well with the other guys. So, yeah, we got a lot of rats here. Okay, so I've got the reissue of the Beast Wars Cheetor. I have my actual original Transmetal 2 Cheetor. We've got the Kingdom Wars Cheetor mold as Night Stalker. And we've got the Kingdom Wars Tigertron. And really, if you could afford only one of them, I'd go for the Tigertron. You can get him in different colors, actually. They made an orange one of him, so you can pretend it's a bigger version of Cheetor. The old Cheetor holds up incredibly well. Transmetal 2 one is still pretty cool. And the Kingdom War Deluxe one is pretty cool also. But, yeah, that boy the best one. We've got the reissue Beast Wars Cheetor. We've got the Transmetal 2 Cheetor. We've got the Kingdom Wars Panthera, which is also Cheetor. And we've got Voyager Tigertron, which you can get in orange and pretend is Cheetor. They're all cool, but really, yeah, the best one is going to be the Voyager one. Okay, so I've got animated Shockwave, Prime Beast Hunters Shockwave, Siege Shockwave, and now the most recent Earthrise Shockwave. You know, yeah, it works for him. The tank mode with the 4 legs, yeah, it kind of works. Okay, so here is animated Shockwave. We've got Beast Hunters Shockwave. We've got Siege Shockwave. And almost like the new little brother, we've got the Deluxe Earthrise Shockwave. And again, Shockwave is Shockwave. I mean, yeah, the animated one is slightly different, but he still hits all the beats. You know, he's big and blocky. He's got the mono eye. He's got the oddly trapezoidal shaped chest going on. You know, nah. This is good. All right. Let's get this cleaned up and get back to Earthrise Shockwave.